Right. Good evening, everyone. So last class we have completed a hash map. Hope you practiced and got clarity on contract of equals hash code method overriding and memory diagram and formula. Now tell me, in a map, as an implementation class of map interface, we have hash map and we have linked hash map and we have identity hash map. We have weak hash map, enum map, and also we have tree map. Legacy collections we have hash table and properties. So last class we have completed the main collection that is called hash map. Now we need to complete remaining collections. So now let's start with linked hash map. Tell me, map is used for storing objects with mapping. For storing objects with mapping, already we have what? Hash map. Then why do we need linked hash map? Why do we need weak hash map, identity hash map, enum map, hash table properties? So storing style is what? Same, but storing order is what? Different. Format is same, order is different. Tell me, if I want to store objects hash code wise order, hash code wise group order, I should use what? Hash code order. Then we should choose hash map. I want to store objects insertion order. I want to store entries in insertion order. Then I have to use what? Linked hash map. Linked hash map I have to use. Let me try to see the program one by one. Now observe, same number of objects. Whatever we stored inside, whatever objects we stored inside map, same objects we are storing in linked hash map. Look at here. Observe here. I'm storing objects. First what? A, and then B, 97, 98, true, 6.7, P, null, 0, 99, C. Okay. Then following by duplicates I am storing. Are duplicates allowed? No. Duplicate with a new reference allowed? No. New example allowed? Yes. Hash code equals method not overridden. New sample allowed? No. Okay. And next, I'm storing example object with the same reference, not allowed. With a different reference, allowed. Okay. Control F11. Objects are stored in insertion order. Look at there, A, B, 97, 98, true, 6.7. If I choose hash map place, linked hash map below, how the objects are stored? Hash map place, I'm using linked hash map. How the objects are stored? Insertion order or hash code order? Hash code order. What is the hash code order? After A, what is coming? 97. After B, 98. Okay. Then my target is storing objects in insertion order. Then what I have to use? Linked hash map. Now read all points. A linked hash map is a collections framework collection available from Java 1.4. Hash map available from 1.2. Linked hash map available from 1.4. It is a subclass of hash map class. It is not direct implementation of map. It is subclass of hash map. Then when to choose linked hash map? For storing objects with mapping keys in insertion order. Not synchronized. It's an ordered collection because stores objects in insertion order, guarantees retrieving order. Then what is the data structure? It's not only hash table, it is a doubly linked list and hash table. Hash table for storing objects and double linked list for maintaining the insertion order. Its a default capacity is 16 and incremental capacity is +1 or double. If you create linked hash map object with a 0 capacity, it is increased first by 1 and later it is increased by double. Load factor is 75%. It allows us to store keys, homogeneous, heterogeneous and only unique objects. Values, all 4 types of objects allowed. It accepts null as a key, only one null, as value multiple nulls. Entries are stored in insertion order. we can retrieve entries, keys only sequentially because key doesn't have any identity. So one by one key only, one by one we have to retrieve sequentially. Value we can retrieve randomly by calling get method. Also sequential if you want. In adding, searching, retrieving, removing operations, inside put contains get and remove method. Algorithm is same. Hash code and double equal to operator and equals methods are called. Okay, and those methods are executed from adding, retrieving, searching, and removing objects classes, that is string, integer, double, student, employee classes. How many constructors available? 4 constructors. And this is the program. So what you need to understand, I already told you. Collection program from one collection to another collection. Program is same, but their storing internal memory diagram algorithms will be different. Just we need to focus on the order in which this collection stores the given element. A hash map stores objects in hash code order. Linked hash map stores objects in insertion order. That's it. That is one point you have to focus. Remaining points not required. Then when we have hash maps for storing objects in hash code order, linked hash map for storing objects in insertion order, why do we need weak hash map? Weak hash map is also collections framework collection available from 1.2 version. Then what is the purpose of weak hash map? When we want to store entries with weak reference, I want to store objects with what reference? Weak references or weak reference, then we must use weak hash map. That's why the name is what? Weak. Okay, let me give one example. If you go back to variables chapter, in a variables chapter, I told you something like this. Example E1 equal to new example. If I assign one more new object to same variable E1 variable pointing to both objects or second object. What is the memory diagram? If you remember, recollect, E1 variable is created. New example object is created with reference what? 1010. And then X variable, Y variable memory created with the default value 00, replaced with the given value 1020, 1010 stored in E1 pointing to it. Then another new object is created with reference 2020. Reference is what? XY. What the default value? 00, replaced with 1020. Now this 2020 is stored in different variable or same variable? Same variable. Then existing value 1010 replaced with 2020. Then this reference is removed or not? What happened to this object? Is it destroyed or eligible for garbage collection? Eligible for garbage collection. Who will destroy this object in the future? What is the meaning of eligible for garbage collection? Inside JVM, we have a special program called what? Garbage collector. Whenever this garbage collector executed by JVM, then this object is destroyed. Sir, is it possible to run garbage collector by programmer, by ourselves? Yes. Then in your program, you must call system.gc. In a system class, we have a predefined method called what? GC. Then garbage collector is invoked. Then it will go to JVM. Unreferenced objects it will found and remove that object. Now tell me, this Eve2 variable pointing to second object, is this object eligible for garbage collection? No. Interview will ask a question, identify how many objects are eligible for garbage collection. What you have to find out? How many objects are unreferenced? How many objects are unreferenced? You have to calculate, and then you have to tell the number of objects are eligible for garbage collection. And tell me now, if I write new example directly in the next line, is it eligible for garbage collection? If I write just a new example in the next line, is it eligible for garbage collection? Yes. Why? It's not pointing by any referenced variable. Na? If it is not pointing by any referenced variable, it is by default unreferenced. Then is it eligible for garbage collection? Yes. Then next I am writing example E1 equal to new example. Tell me, is this object eligible for garbage collection? No, because it is pointing by E1 variable. Now I am writing E1 equal to new example. Is it eligible for garbage collection? Come on. Is there any object? Totally, how many objects I have created? 3. How many are eligible for garbage collection at this line number? 2. What the 2? 10, 10, 20, 20. First object 10, 10 na? Second object 20, 20 eligible. Third object 30, 30. Eligible or not eligible? Not eligible. Now I am writing example E2 equal to E1. Tell me here, is there any new object is created? No. E1, E3 both are pointing to 30, 30 object. Now tell me E1 equal to new example I have written. Is there any object eligible for garbage collection? Is there any object at this line number? Is there any extra object eligible for garbage collection? 10, 10 eligible for garbage collection. 20, 20 eligible for garbage collection. 30, 30 eligible for garbage collection or not eligible? Not eligible. Why? It is pointing by E2 na. When an object is eligible for garbage collection, it is fully unreferenced. So that's why you should not use your eyes. You must draw memory. That's why memory has more power. If you draw memory, you can clearly answer. One more time I am writing. Ready? Example E1 equal to new example. Is it eligible for garbage collection? No. Eligible for garbage collection? No. Example E2 equal to example E2 equal to new example. Is it eligible for garbage collection? No. How many objects are created? 2. How many objects are eligible for garbage collection? 0. I am writing E1 equal to E2. E1 equal to E2. At this line number, is there any object eligible for garbage collection? What is the meaning of E1 equal to E2, man? E2 reference is stored in E1. In E1 already one object reference is there. That is removed na. That removed ante object is eligible for garbage collection na. Which object eligible for garbage collection? 10 10 na 20 20 na. 10 10 is eligible for garbage collection. Tell me now 20 20 object is pointing by how many reference variables? 2. Now I am writing E2 equal to new example. Is there any object eligible for garbage collection here? Yes sir? No na? Yes sir? No na? Confusion. E1 variable created, 10 10 object stored. E2 variable is created, another object 20 20 stored. Okay. Now E1 equal to E2. E1 reference copied into E2 reference copied into E1. This is gone, pointing to it, eligible for garbage collection. E2 equal to new example. What happened? Another new object is created with reference what? 30 30. 20 20 replaced with a 30 30. This reference is gone. It is pointing to it. Is this object eligible for garbage collection? Yes sir? Yes sir? No na? Yes sir? Are your eyes working or not, Babu? Object is pointing by how many referenced variables? E2 and E1. E1 is releasing its reference. Still this object pointing by E1. Na? When an object eligible for garbage collection, if it is fully unreferenced, no variable point to that object, then only it is unreferenced. Presently, it is pointing by E1. Then it is eligible for garbage collection? No. Then totally how many objects created? 3. How many are eligible for garbage collection? Only 1. What is that? 10 10 only. 20 20 object not eligible for garbage collection. And tell me now I am writing E1 equal to null. I have written E1 equal to null. Then what happened? 20 20 replaced with what value? Null. Then tell me. Null means this reference is gone. Is this object pointing by any other object? I mean any other reference variable? No. Then this is eligible for garbage collection. 2020 also eligible for garbage collection. Understand? So tell me what you have to count in your mind. How many objects are fully unreferenced? By using your bada eyes, it's not possible to find unreferenced or not referenced. What you have to do? You must compulsory draw diagram. If you draw diagram, then only you'll come to know correctly how many objects are eligible for garbage collection. Now tell me, how can I request JVM to run garbage collector and destroy my object? System.gc. If you don't call system.gc, can you confirm garbage collector executed? No. When you call system.gc, can you guarantee garbage collector executed? No. It just request. We are requesting JVM. JVM, if any unreferenced objects available, please go and remove. JVM may accept your request, may not accept your request. If you call th.start, JVM definitely start the custom thread. No, it is just request to the JVM. Similarly, this is also request to the JVM. Understand? Now tell me, weak hash map. This is my map object. Okay, this is key and this is value. I am storing example object E1 pointing to it, string object pointing to it, integer object pointing to it. So this map object is holding references of this object and pointing. Of course, background value objects also available. Their own respective value objects also available. After these three objects are stored inside the map, do you have any external referenced variables pointing to those objects? No. They are only pointing by what? The map key references. Is my statement understand? After storing these three objects in the map, are there any external references from the local variables? No. Only they are available references from what? Map. Now this which map? Assume that this is a hash map. After storing these objects, if you call system.gc, are these key objects removed from the map or not removed? Not removed. Then we call these references are strong references. What references? An object held by the map with two references. Number one, strong reference. Number two, weak reference. Strong reference means when garbage collector is called, the object is not destroyed. Weak reference means when garbage collector is called, the object is destroyed. That is called weak reference. For example, you are going on the road. Okay, some vehicle is coming on the road. Then you got a fear going side and waiting. Then what you call? Strong person or weak person? Weak person. Big lorry coming, a chota lorry coming, least bother. You are going in front of that lorry. Then who are you? Strong person. You know, right? There are some people, they are driving the vehicle as a driver. If lorry is coming, immediately they will take their vehicle outside, wait until that vehicle is crossed. Okay, and they have a lot of fear when vehicle is coming opposite. They have a lot of fear to overtake the vehicle also. So silently they will go their own path. So this kind of people, safe people or danger people? Danger people are not safe. Suddenly they will stop the vehicle. Backside coming people, paristiti what? Kaya. So that's why if you have fear, don't take the vehicle into your hand, Babu. Leave that fear if you have that fear. Now tell me, here when I call system.gc, hash map doesn't release the objects. If I use a weak hash map, and if I use weak hash map, if these objects doesn't have external reference, immediately all these objects are eligible for garbage collection. Is it clear? Now let me show you practical. Read first. Weak hash map is an implementation of weak hash map is an implementation of map interface. It is available from Java 1.2 version. When we want to store entries with weak references, we must use weak hash map. Hash map maintains entries with a strong reference, whereas weak hash map maintains entries with weak reference. Observe this program. I created hash map and weak hash map. Two objects I create. Storing two entries, new string, new integer to the hash map. Call the garbage collector and print the hash map. Same thing. I have added two objects to the weak hash map. Call the garbage collector and then printing. Then what happened? Observe. Control F11. Now look at here. This is map, first map, hash map. Okay. After garbage collector execution completed, still I have two entries now. Next, this is weak hash map. Now it is maintaining the reverse order. Okay. In reverse insertion order, it is maintaining, doesn't matter. First, these are the entries. After garbage collector is executed, are objects available in the weak hash map? No. So then tell me, when you wanted to destroy or remove entries automatically when garbage collector is executed, which map I have to use? Weak hash map. So then what is the application of weak hash map? I never worked. Let me ask ChatGPT. Where we use weak hash map in project. Okay, look at there where it is used. It is especially useful in frameworks, caching layer, and scenarios where you don't want to manage memory manually. Weak hash map is useful in real-time projects when you want automatic memory cleanup for keys that are no longer referenced elsewhere in the application. It is especially useful in frameworks, caching layers, and scenarios where you don't want to manage memory manually. Below are the most common real-time use cases with example relevant for Java Interview Plus project development, where we use hash map and real-time. Caching with automatic cleanup, most common use. When you store data in a cache and want the entry to be removed automatically when key object is no longer used anywhere else, weak hash map is preferred. Your cache result of computing using object keys. Used in ORM frameworks, GUI frameworks, data-intensive apps, temporary cache. Avoid memory leaks in listeners and observers. Event-driven systems, Swingo Java effects. Metadata storage of objects without preventing garbage collector, DTO objects. Implementing object pools or session tracking. Okay, tell me, session tracking in advanced Java, you'll come to know. No longer session is used by the browser. Browser close, session timeout completed. Automatically want to destroy. Where weak hash map will be used. Storing large temporary objects. When not to use weak hash map. Avoid using weak hash. If you want cache entries to remain until explicitly removed. Keys are immutable like strings constant. They may not be garbage collected. Performance sensitive high concurrency systems. Okay. Okay, fine. Same point. Just let me take this point in your future. It may be helpful. Copy, paste. Look at here. I have passed string object with a new string. and integer object with a new integer. Whenever I use a new keyword, are they comes under pooling or no pooling? Remember pooling? Inside heap area, pooled area available. Literal objects are created inside pool. And it's nothing but reference is there, na? A pool is nothing but it has internally reference. If I create object in a heap, explicit reference is not there. It's a unreferenced object. If I create literal, it is explicit reference is there. What is that reference? Pool reference. From the pool, the reference is available. Now tell me, when I store double quotes A, when I store 5 directly, tell me, are they having, they look like there is no explicit reference, but there is an explicit reference. From where? Pool. Garbage collector can remove these two objects from the weak hash map or not removed? Not removed. Look at the A equal to 1, 5 equal to 2 is available. Okay. My next question. If I use 500, tell me, will comes under pool or not comes under pool? Values comes under pool only minus 128 to 127 byte range. Look at that. 500 is stored, 500 is removed. So, very, very important point. Weak hash map. The keys stored in weak hash map are not removed by garbage collector only when the object has explicit reference. If explicit reference is not there, all reference from the pool is not there, it will be removed automatically. Where you required automatic memory management, there we use weak hash map. Generally in your project, you yourself never use weak hash map. It will be used as part of frameworks development. You are not developing framework. You are using the framework. So weak hash map maybe inside the frameworks is used, but as a developer, you never use a framework. You never use weak hash map. Okay. Now, the next map is identity hash map. What is the meaning of identity? Identity is nothing but reference. Identity is nothing but reference. And tell me, hash map stores object in which order? Objects hash code order. That hash code can be either reference wise hash code or data wise hash code, depending on hash code method is overridden or not. Hash map is giving a chance to the developer based on your requirement. You can store your object based on the data or based on the reference. If you want to store based on the reference, don't override hash code method. Based on the data you want to store, then override hash code method. But I need a strict requirement that I always wanted to store objects based on the reference. Data I don't want to consider. Only reference I want to consider. Then use what? Identity hash map. Then how identity hash map can guarantee storing data based on reference? It doesn't call object class. It doesn't call object as hash code method. If it call object class hash code method, maybe reference, maybe data. Then how will it retrieve the hash code of the object? For that, it implicitly call a special method called system class contain identity hash code. What method name? System.identity hash code. This identity hash code method takes the object, returns the hash code based on the reference. For example, let me show you one small program here. I am creating example E1 equal to new example EX. Okay. EX E1 equal to new EX. Okay. Reference data doesn't matter. I am calling system.out.println E1.hash code. Is hash code method is over in an example class? No. Control F11. This is the reference wise hash code number. Now I am going to call system.identity hash code of E1. It will accepting your object as an argument. What is the hash code number coming? Same. Okay. Suppose if I take sample class object, sample S1 equal to new sample of S1 and S1. Tell me, in sample class, hash code method is overridden. Now it will return based on data. What is the data? 0, 0, 0. So hash code number is what? 0. And identity hash code is based on reference or based on data? Na? Reference. Okay. If you want to guarantee reference wise hash code, then what method I have to call? Identity hash code method. But now when I'm taking map object, hash map will store the objects based on what? Object class hash code method. Identity hash code method will store data based on what? Reference wise. And then look at there. I am taking string object, integer object, string object, integer object, string object with the same data. Tell me, in a hash map, new string of double quotes say stored or not stored? Not stored. Sample object, sample object, sample object. Now I am storing new sample of 5,6. Stored or not stored? Not stored. Where? In hash map. Because it implicitly calling object class hash code method. Duplicates, data wise duplicates are not stored. Let's see now. Control F11. Let's see now what happened. Look at that. A, how many times stored? One time. First reference is what? 5. Next reference value is what? 8. 8. 5 is replaced with what? 8. 97 one time. 98 one time. B, sample object one time. Now, same number of objects I am storing in identity hash map. Okay, look at that. In identity hash map, below, this string is reference wise. This string is reference wise. They are two different objects. This is string, this is sample also reference wise different object. You want to store objects based on reference. Then look at that. A is stored at 2 times. Stored 2 times now. A equal to 8, A equal to 5. Sample object stored 2 times. Sample object 9, sample object 10. Are you catching my point? So if you want to work only with reference wise hash code, then we have to use what? Identity hash map. Suppose I am creating sample S3 equal to new sample of 7 comma 8. Okay, 7 comma 8. Then I am storing identity hash map dot add of put off. What do you write? S3 by passing 11. Tell me, if I repeat same S3 second time with 12, 7, 8 will be there 2 times or 1 time? 1 time. Because reference wise it is what? Same. Control F11. 7, 8. Observe, 7, 8 is available only 1 time. Its previous value 11 replaced with what? 12. So finally, what did you understand? I want to store objects in a map based on hash code. Either that hash code can be data wise or reference wise. Then use what? Hash map. I want to store objects with weak references, then weak hash map. I want to store objects with reference wise hash code, then use what? Identity hash map. All 3 classes, 3 collection classes understood? Online students? Again, identity hash map also useful where? Framework level. Object graph processing, serialization, cloning, deep clone. In serialization, object is stored in a file. Then there, you want to compare objects based on data wise or reference wise? Reference wise. Clone. When you clone, new object is created. New object means it is reference wise you have to compare. Hibernate serialization, JAX-B XML processing, proxy objects purpose. Okay, I will share This article, interested people study, remember. Online students, understood? I'm not creating new folder. I'm creating, say, uploading the programs here only. Okay? All programs are here. Certain profiles. Set classes. Sir, let me create another folder. 11. Weak linked hash map. Sir, let me upload again. Hash map, linked hash map, weak hash map, identity, hash map, hash table, properties. All collections nodes I am uploading. Example, sample, hash map, linked hash map, weak hash map, identity hash map, enum map, hash table, properties. Okay, now look at here. The next collection we need to understand enum map. Do you know what is enum? Enum. Don't know? Enum is a enum. Simple. Look at here. This is enum. What is enum? This is enum. Enum name, open bracket, names. Rice, biryani, paratha, chapati. Lunch items. You know menu? whenever you want to create a menu kind of items, menu kind of named constants, menu kind of named constants. For creating menu kind of named constants, we will use what? Enum. If you want to create the same menu kind of named constants by using class, you have to develop this much code. Class name, open bracket, inside class, variable, data type, variable name. You have to declare na named constant and it's a final, no, should not change the name. Then it should declare as a final variable, static variable. So there is a huge lot of huge lines of code you have to develop for writing this rise variable. So Sun Microsystem Java 5 version, they have given a new feature called what? Enum. Whenever you want to create any named constants, okay, for example, you go to restaurant. In restaurant, menu is given to you. All the names in the menu fixed or not? Then create that menu by using enum. Second, you go to Naresh Shetty. In Naresh Shetty, we have a enum called course. Tell me, course names are changing time to time or not changing? Not changing. That means course is a enum with a list of course names, right? Next, you go for calendar. In a calendar, if you take a day, now day name is changing time to time or not changing? Not changing. Month name, not changing. Okay. Next, electronic device names, fan, light, tube light, bulb. These names are changing or not changing? Not changing. Next, if you take bus route, bus stop. Tell me, from one route to, in a one route, one stop to another stop, source to destination, the name of the bus stops are changing or not changing? Not changing. Then tell me, can I consider these fixed names as what? Enum. Okay, wherever you wanted to mention fixed name, then you have to use what? Enum. Then how to create enum? Enum following by enum name. The enum name is nothing but named constants generalized name. Then inside you should write the name of the constant with a comma separator, not with a semicolon separator. Okay, then tell me, once you create the named constant, they should have value mapping na. Rice, biryani, paratha, chapati has a value. Then tell me, if I write rice equal to 100 rupees, then it will throw error. Okay, there is a complex syntax. Now, if you want to map value to the named constant, then I have to use what? Enum map. Is it clear? If I want to map value to the named constant available in the map, then you should use what? Enum map. Tell me how to create enum map. Like other collections, you should also create enum map. Enum map, map contains key and value. Na? What is the key? Named constant. The named constant of whom? Lunch item. So lunch item, comma, you want to map a named constant with what value? One integer value. Price. Price is integer. EM equal to new enum map. Listen, this enum map can accept only lunch item or any type. Any type. Then the type you have to specify. You want to store which enum named constants you want to store. You have to write that as a class object. Class object you have to pass. So what is the syntax for creating enum object? What is the syntax for creating enum map? Enum map, named constant type, the mapping value type equal to new enum map of the dot class file name of the enum you have to pass. So that we are informing to the enum map, you must allow to store only the named constants of what? Lunch item. Then now what is the method to store named constants? Same, put of lunch item dot first biryani. What the biryani cost? 120 rupees. No, 99 rupees. No, Amirpet price. Unlimited, right? 99 rupees. Next, lunch item dot chapati, lunch item dot paratha, lunch item dot rice. How to access named constant of an enum? By using enum name. It's a static variable. Now, listen, very, very important. Whenever we store named constants inside enum set or enum map, enum set, enum map, what is the storing order? Hash map will store objects in which order? Hash code order. Linked hash map store in which order? Insertion order. Enum set, enum map stores named constants not in insertion order, not in hash code order. They declared order in the name enum. In enum, in which order you declared rice, next biryani, next paratha, next chapati. In that order, it will be displayed. So the order of storing elements inside enum set and enum map is named constants declared order. Look at that. First, what is coming? Rice, biryani, paratha, chapati. But what is the order you are storing? Biryani, chapati, paratha, rice. But what is the order coming? Declared order. Understood? Right. Next point. Sir, I don't want all these, sir. These are available in my system, but I want to print to the user the asked food item. Then in that case, I have to write like this. Lunch item dot biryani price is, where biryani price is available in enum, in enum map. Enum map. How can I get the value from enum map? Do you remember method is there? Get enum map dot get of which key value you want? Biryani value. So what do you write? Enum dot get of lunch item dot biryani. Then biryani price is coming 99 rupees. Biryani 99 rupees coming or not? Tell me. I want to get the price of paratha. What the statement I write? Lunch item dot paratha price is enum map dot get of pass the paratha. Then it is searching for paratha available and its matched value is what? 70. 70 will come out. So finally, what is the purpose of enum map? The enum map is a collections framework collection. It is available from which version? Java 5 version. It implementation of map interface. It is used for mapping values for an enum's named constant, either fixed value or dynamic value. If a dynamic value means read from the keyboard. It is not synchronized collection. It is an ordered collection. Maintains named constants in their declared order. It maintains named constants in their declared order in their enum, in their enclosing enum. Okay, its implement data structure is fixed length enum array. Internet uses enum array, not node array. It is enum array. Its capacity is equals to given enum length. Are you passing lunch item dot class now? In that, how many enums are there? 5. Then enum array is what? 5. It allows as a key only enum named constants. As value, your wish. As key, null is not allowed. As value, null is allowed. Multiple nulls are allowed. It stores entries in named constants declared order. It allows us to retrieve keys sequentially, values also sequentially or randomly. In adding, searching, retrieving, removing operation, internally we will call only equals method. Hash code method is not called. The available constructors are 3 constructors. First one is class, where the enum.class file name you are passing. If you want to copy map and want to copy from another enum map, and this is the program. So what is the main point you have to remember? Enum map is used for storing one enum named constants by mapping with values. That's it. Okay. In what situation we use enum? A menu kind of items if you want to store, then enum will be there. The menu kind of items should be matched with value. The mapping values will be done by using enum map. So this is the story about enum map. Hope you all understand. Now, let me try to get clarity on hash table. Array, hash table, hash map, both are same. Again repeating, hash table, hash map, both are same. Hash map, collections framework collection, available from 1.2 for storing objects in single thread model application without thread safety. Hash table is legacy collection. It is available from 1.0. In 1.2, it is made as implementation of map interface. When to use? For storing unique entries in hash code order with thread safety in multi-threaded model application. In multi-thread model application, if you want to store entries in the thread safety, then use hash table. Okay, then is it synchronized? Yes. Unordered? Yes, because it maintain objects in hash code order. Every time order will be changed. Implement data structure is hash table. Default capacity. Dekho, what the default capacity? 11. What is the hash map default capacity? 16. And incremental capacity WR plus 1, load factor same. It allows objects homogeneous, heterogeneous, unique, and all 4 objects. Very, very, very important. Null is not allowed as both key and value. In a hash map, null is allowed for both key and value, but in hash table, null is not allowed as both key and value. Storing order is keys hash code order, very important. Hash map maintain key hash code insertion order. It maintain reverse insertion order. Okay, for example, first I have stored A. Now I am storing 97. 97 in hash map stored after A, but in hash table it is stored before A. Okay, then retrieving order, same point, and adding algorithm, same algorithm. Hash code and double equal to operate equals method. First hash code is called, bucket not found, directly stored. Bucket is found, then double equal to operator and equals method is called. Observe small program. Dekho, hash table, tell me what is the output will be printed. Double quotes A, double quotes B, 97, 98, again double quotes A. And tell me, first what is the key stored? 97, bucket is not available, stored. 98 bucket not available, stored. 97 bucket is available, compared with only A and stored after A na, before A na, before A. 98 bucket is available, compared with only B and stored before B. 98 B, 97A. Hash code, which order? Insertion order or reverse insertion order? Reverse insertion order. Is null allowed? Not allowed. As a key, it throw null pointer exception. Next, as a value, also it will throw null pointer exception. So tell me, in our projects nowadays, are you using hash table data structure? No. Are you using hash table collection? No. We are using only hash map collection. So, but why I am teaching hash table? Only for better understanding purpose. Maybe interviewer may ask, tell something about hash table class, difference between hash table and hash map. Hash table, legacy, hash map, collections framework. Hash table, synchronized, hash map, not synchronized. Hash map, default capacity, hash table default capacity 11, hash map, default capacity 16. Hash table doesn't allow null, hash map allows null. Hash table stores hash code order, reverse insertion order. Hash map stores hash code order, insertion order. These are the points you have to talk in the interview. Okay. Now, the next most important, of course, in core Java, you never use, but in advanced Java, you will use. In Spring Boot microservices, you will use. Okay. From Monday onwards, yesterday I shared one video, notice. Did you see? From Monday onwards, 6 p.m., AWS batch is starting. Did you join AWS Basics already? No, no. Now it's the time you have to start your AWS basics. Without AWS knowledge, without DevOps knowledge, getting job, surviving in the company is now difficult. Okay, na? Tomorrow or max by day after tomorrow, Sunday. Maybe tomorrow it will be completed. Maps completed. Only we have tree and queue. Okay. Tree will take 1 hour. Queue will take 10 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. So 99% tomorrow class will be completed. Our syllabus will be completed. And if you want to do any revision, Sunday we will have revision class. All topics, if you want to revise, Sunday we will have the class. Okay. Now, Monday onwards, you must join AWS Basics at 6 o'clock. How many batches are running from Monday? 3. What is the first batch? 4 batches are. What are the 4? React joined time 7:15 a.m. Okay, 7:15 a.m. React. Next, DevOps 9. 9 Natrasara. Okay, next, Advanced Java 4, AWS 6. AWS, how many days? 1 month. 1 month also maybe not wait, 3 weeks. By the time AWS completed, Advanced have also completed. DevOps also may be completed. How many more days DevOps? DevOps also 30 days only, na? 50 sessions. How many sessions completed already? You start a new batch. What new batch? Advanced batch. DevOps, how many tools completed? What are the 3? What are the 3 tools completed? 8 tools completed. Wow. What are the 8? Maven, Gradle, JUnit, Mockito, Git, GitHub, SonarQube. What are the use of SonarQube? Static code analysis purpose. Okay. Next. SL4J. SL4J purpose? Log4j. Log4j, explain that. Log4j, SL4J. Okay, next. That's all. Don't miss the classes when sir explaining Docker. Kubernetes, I don't know whether covered or not, but Docker will be covered. If Docker class, if you miss, you never understand future Java. In companies, projects are delivering by using Docker containers. AWS, they are deploying in the AWS server by using Docker images. Even database also installing with the Docker images. So Docker tool when sir explaining, Ansible no. Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins, Docker. There is a what is that water project design model? I forgot. Waterfall model is old style. Agile, yeah. Agile model, Jenkins. Agile model to handle Jenkins will be used. Jenkins, Docker, when Jira, Docker, Jira. These tools when sir explaining, don't miss. 100% you must practice and remember. Previous tools you practice or not practice doesn't matter. But Docker, Jenkins, compulsory should practice. Then you will be called as experienced programmer. Okay, now? Now, next 1 month classes are very, very important in your career. Up to now, you are just a student. Your mindset, your thinking process is just a student. Now, Core Java completed, Oracle completed, HTML completed. From Monday onwards, your thought process should be a experienced developer. You are working in a company. Daily you are coming to office, not classroom. That thought process must be there. Who is React.js faculty? Sudhakar Sharma sir teaching definition wise, project wise. Is he displaying every topic on Amazon kind of image practicing? Na? Amazon, you have images displaying. Click on this image, backend code will be enabled. How to display that image, how to add the features to the image. Explaining, na? How do you know, sir? Previous batch explained, so I am telling. Previous batch students are there, na? They share how their experience. I always ask, this faculty explain what way. I will always inquire because I should suggest, na? So, what you have to do? React. You have to think project Amazon. When I click on React image, then this image information backend giving to servlet. Servlet giving that information to JDBC. JDBC giving that information to database. Database pulling the data from the table and giving to servlet. Servlet is giving the data to React.js. React.js should prepare the next page with that image and display to the user. Your mindset should not be a student mindset. Now onwards, developer mindset. In a servlet, JDBC development time, in Advanced Java, I don't use tools. Just now you told SL4J, Log4j completed. Every day I'm writing system.out.println, driver loaded, system.out.println. What is that? Connection created, statement created, queries prepared. query is executed, connections closed. Today, what I did, I felt these messages are, unnecessary. I removed that SOPLH. If students come back and ask, sir, I didn't understand the flow, sir. Suddenly a message displayed, 3 rows inserted, I confused, sir. Then again, I have to go back to the program and I should write that SOPLN statement, remove the SOPLN statement. It is a bad programming, static nature. For that, what we have to do? Log4j. Can you use Log4j tool in advanced Java JDBC program by your own? Try. That's what learning and applying that knowledge in the courses. Tools you are learning as a tool. Apply the tool in core Java, apply the tool in advanced Java. Think from the project developer point of view, not from the student. Okay? Digvij Singh, why you want to join core Java again? How many times you will join, man? For your friend. Okay. Look at here. In advanced Java, this is my program, class, main method. In main method, what is the first statement you have written? Driver loading. Second statement is what? Connection. For loading driver class name we hard coded. For creating connection, URL, username, password, we hard coded. It's a static nature program or dynamic nature program? Dynamic nature. I hard coded directly. I specified my values here. Then this program always connected to whom now? Oracle database only. If you want to change from Oracle to MySQL, open the Java file and change the information available here, compile, then execute. Then it's shifting its connection to MySQL. Tell me, developing JDBC program, static nature values is good or bad? Bad. Then don't specify values here. You read values at runtime, substitute here. From where I have to read? From the keyboard. Good. If we read values from the keyboard, who should enter the driver class name? End user. Who should enter the database URL? End user. Username? End user. Password? End user. If the end user know your database details, why he will come to your project? Directly he will log into your database and correct your database. Yes or no? Driver database information is known to end user or don't know? No? Don't know. So reading these values from the keyboard is a good idea, bad idea? Bad idea. So what is the right answer? Read the values from backend. Backend in the project. The backend project is nothing but what? File. The backend project is nothing but file. From the file, the Java program should read the values from the file and then pass them as an input to the two methods. Understand? Understand? Right? Then tell me, do you know how to connect to the file? To read values from the file, do you know how to connect to the file? Yes. How? By using IO stream chapter, right? In IO stream chapter, which stream I have to use? File, input stream. You want read input. So, which connection I required? Input. I want to take input from the file input stream. File input stream can read data one line at a time or one byte at a time. Java.oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle.driver. You want to read one character, complete line. Then file input stream is sufficient? No. What is required? I read one line at a time. Then what is required? Buffered reader of file reader. Buffer reader of file reader I have to use. If I use a buffer reader of file reader, then next what method I have to call? Dot read line method. Okay, buffer reader dot read line method. Then it read first line, second line, third line, fourth line. Totally, how many times I should call read line method? 4 times. Everyone understand? I should read 4 times. Now I have a question. Try to answer. What is the first line we will store in driver equal to, what do you write? Br dot read line. Then first line is coming on storing. Next, string URL equal to, what do you write? Br dot read line. Then second line reading and storing. Next, string username equal to Br dot read line. Then third line reading and storing. String password equal to Br dot read line. Then it is reading what? Fourth line and returning. Clear? Then next what statement I write? Class dot for name of, what you pass? Driver. Next driver manager dot get connection of URL comma username comma password. This is the code we write in JDBC in tomorrow or day after tomorrow classes. Up to now we are developing static nature. Going on, I will make it as what? Dynamic nature. For that, the 4 values we don't read from the keyboard. The 4 values will read from the file. Understood? Tell me. Is it right approach or wrong approach? The file design, right or wrong? What written? Oracle.jdbc.driver. Oracle driver, JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon @ localhost colon 1521 colon XE system manager. These details I place. As long as I place these 4 values in the same order, then the program executed successfully. Suppose, for fun, I shifted this one to this line, I shifted this one to this line. Then what happened? As a driver, what is coming? URL. As a URL, what is coming? Driver. Finally, program is executed or not executed? Not executed. We will get exception. Driver not found. Network, suitable driver not found. So tell me, what is the problem in the file? You mention the values, but there is no identity. You mention the values, but no identity. You are blindly reading first line, second line, third line, fourth line, and you are assuming it is a driver URL, username, password. Finally, if user shifting that values position, we will face the problem. That's why people has given another style of file. This is plain text file. It's a plain text file. So people has given another type of file called text file only, but extension is properties. What extension? Properties. Dot properties. Whose properties? Driver dot properties. Driver dot properties. Inside, what people are saying? Create every value with a mapping key, mapping name. What is the name? Driver equal to Oracle.jdbc.driver.Oracle driver. Next line, URL equal to JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon, @ localhost colon, 1521 colon, XE. Next, username equal to system. Password equal to manager. If I write data like this, instead of reading from the text file, if I am reading the data from the properties file, tell me, every properties has a matching key, na? If somebody moving this line to first line to second line, any problem or no problem? No problem. We are not reading data by using read line method. We are reading data by passing the name. What name I am passing? Driver. What name passing? URL. Driver matching, driver coming. URL matching, URL coming. Username passing, username coming. Password passing, password coming. So, for example, if I take driver name in URL, URL value in a driver name, what to do? Then you join in Erragadda Pichaspatri. Okay? Erragadda mental hospital you have to join. Why? Clearly there is a name driver equal to, if you intentionally writing URL value JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon, and you are a mental person, join ESI. Are you following my point? Then now we have to learn how to read this properties value, how to read this properties file value in the Java program, how to update this properties file value in the from the Java program. That is where a collection class is coming called what? Properties. Properties class is not meant for storing normal key and value pair. This properties class is used for storing permanent key value pair in the file, further reading that permanent key value pair from the properties file. A kind of configuration values, if you want to store with a name mapping, then we go for what? Properties object. If you want to maintain key value pair in a properties file permanently, then we use what? Properties class. Is it clear? So how to work with properties class? Tomorrow we will learn, and also we will use this properties class in JDBC. JDBC, it will be a revision because all you people join JDBC. All you people join advanced hour. Online students join advanced hour. No. Okay, so I have to teach. This is a core Java topic. If all people join, then I will cover there. But okay, no guarantee. I will teach tomorrow this properties class, and then following by reset class. Properties class code will take 10 minutes. Then reset class code will take 45 minutes. That again internals are coming again. Again internals are, okay. Hash map double equal to operator equals method like. In reset also we have internals. That internals also I have to teach. Then following by 15 minutes you have what do you call Q class. So by tomorrow we'll complete collections program. Thank you. That's all for today class. See you tomorrow. Digvijay, new batch is not yet announced. Okay, in December, new batch at 6 o'clock will come after your batch completed. In January, maybe 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock, new batch will come. Vaishnavi, I already said, join AWS Basics from Monday. Why again asking for confirmation? Who is you? Ayush, follow the roadmap I have shared in the demo class. New batch in December at 6 p.m. New batch will come in the month of December. Maybe next week it will be announced. Okay. 6 p.m. batch. Your batch is completing tomorrow. Next week, new batch may be announced at the same time, 6 o'clock. Thank you.